Hello again everyone! This is my last lab practical video which I will be covering the topic for freezing cells. And let me introduce myself again. My name is Nur Irdina binti Nozri with the metric number of 146806 from Bioprocess Division and from School of Industrial Technology. Enjoy watching! So the purpose of freezing cells is to keep cells stocked to raise the chances of returning to the early passage cells, or to put it easily, we can thaw more cells as required. So the process of freezing cells can be tedious in order to not damage the cells. Therefore, it is crucial to freeze the cells slowly to avoid shocking action that can affect the viability of cells, and perform the steps properly and carefully with optimum conditions of temperature, medium formulation, and freezing density. The chemicals and equipment used is pre-chilled medium, phosphate buffer saline, PBS, Trip LETM Express, Trypan Blue, and frosty container containing isopropanol, serological pipette, cryovial, centrifuge tubes, and hemocytometer with cover slips. So the first procedure of cryopreservation is each vial was labeled with cell type, passage numbers, and date with a permanent marker. Secondly, the conditioned media was discarded by using serological pipette. Thirdly, the adherent cells were washed with phosphate buffer saline solution, and the flask was moved right and left gently. Fourthly, Trip LETM Express was added to separate the culture and detach the cells from the flask, and the flask was moved left and right gently. Tap the flask to break up cell clumps if needed. Fourth, a prepared medium was added to the cells by using a serological pipette into the flask and mixed gently. The medium containing cells was transferred into a centrifuge tube. The centrifuge tubes were put into a centrifuge machine with 300 RPM for 4 minutes. After that, the centrifuge tubes were removed and the medium supernatant was discarded carefully into a waste container. Next, the pallet at the bottom of centrifuge tubes was resuspended up and down by using a serological pipette with the accurate volume of cold freezing medium. An amount of 1 ml of cell solution was transferred into each cryovial. The cryovial was put into Mr. Frosty container or similar device to make the temperature of cell solutions decrease per minute. Moreover, the container was put into a refrigerator with -80 degrees Celsius overnight until the cells were frozen. Lastly, the frozen cells were then stored permanently in the liquid nitrogen tank.